Imagine your husband dragging you for 10 years. Over 72 men have essayed you. Essayed is, I don't want to use the R word, but you know it. Like when you have intimacy with someone without their consent. Unconsented, I don't want to use the word. You can say it for yourself. Now, this is a story of Dominic and Giselle. They are in their late 60s. They've been married for over 50 years. They have 3 kids, which is 1 daughter and 2 boys or 2 sons. They have over 7 to 8, 6, 7, 8 grandkids. Now, Giselle wants to divorce Dominic. You know why? Let me tell you the story. For over 10 years, the space of 10 years from 2011 to 2020, Dominic has been dragging Giselle, inviting men to come over and SA her. Yeah, your husband. I'm not talking of a stranger. I'm not talking of your enemy, your stranger, your spouse. Now, this is what happens. Dominic is in a website that is called Without Them Knowing. In this website, they post all sorts of, I don't even have the words to use. I don't know if you will resonate with this story, because the story that I found resonating with this one is Gracie and Frankie, the Netflix show where they were old. Then their husbands invite them for dinner and just drops the bomb that they are both gay and they've been dating each other for over 20 years. Imagine that kind of a thing. So now, this is what happened to Giselle. Giselle, the husband used to drag her with food as they're having dinner. She'll have her dinner. She'll start being groggy, feeling drowsy, feeling tipsy. Just she goes off like a candle. And the worst part of it all is that Dominic used to record everything, document every assault that the wife went through. Just imagine. Now, let me explain how Dominic got discovered. Giselle didn't know. Dominic was in a stall or in a mall or in a supermarket or in a shop, whatever. And as he was there, he put his phone under girls who were wearing skirts, recording. Under skirts, phone, recording. Videos. You can imagine. So these 2 girls realized they created drama. They called the police. The guy was arrested. When he was arrested, they interrogate you and stuff. When they went through his phone, they found a folder that is written abuses. In this folder is where all documented ladies and men that have essayed the wife, and he has essayed, because he also goes to other people's houses to essay their wives. Giselle pictures, nude pictures, lying on her back, and a guy is doing it from the back. All pictures and videos were in that phone. Now, when the guy was called, he called the wife. When he was arrested, he called the wife and said, I don't know why these guys are arresting me. They're saying I don't know what. The wife was like, my husband is a very good man. He's in his 60s. What do you think he'll be doing, taking videos? Do you think he can think like that? No. My husband is a very good man. Very, very good man. You guys are just looking for something to put on him. No. I'll come to the police station with you, baby. Baby, I'm coming to support you. I'm coming to defend you. It is you and I till death do us part. So Giselle went, and as she was sitting outside the interrogation, when the videos and pictures were discovered, she was called to another room and she was asked, is she in a swingers group with the husband? She was like, no. Swingers? No, never. It is when she was shown the pictures of her nude, men essaying her, different men that he doesn't know, 72 different men. If that is not bizarre, wait for it. One of the guys that had essayed Giselle was found to be HIV positive, and this guy had used her for over 6 times. Giselle, fortunately, her results were negative. That's a good thing, right? But she was getting STDs, all sorts of STDs. And anytime she goes to hospital, they don't even think about checking for STD because in their mind, she's in her late 60s and she's married to this one guy. So they're faithful. It's just a committed relationship. How will she get STDs? It cannot be STD. So they'll just give her some painkillers, tell her to go home. Now, after this discovery, is when she went back to hospital and was found to have an inflamed cervix. Like she had had over 6 to 7 different STDs, treatable, of course, but you can imagine the trauma of having such. If left untreated, they can lead to cancer. Now, the husband had rules for the men who would offer, because I told you he was in a website, in a group chat where he would post his wife's nude pictures, nude videos, other men essaying her, and ask who wants to come next. If you say you want to come, Dominic had rules. What were the rules? Rule number 1, no perfumes, no fragrance, no cigarettes, no lotion, nothing. You should not even use a scented soap. Because according to Dominic, he didn't want his wife to perceive the fragrance and know, you know the soap you use at home, you know your lotion, you know all your fragrances, you know your scents in the house. So if someone else comes to your house with a different perfume, that's why you find ladies realizing or catching their cheating husbands through the scents of the perfumes. Okay? That was rule number 1. Rule number 2, the guy had to remove all his clothes and shoes, like in the parlor, like outside, before you go upstairs to the bedroom. Because in case Giselle decides maybe to wake up in the middle of the act, the man can easily run out, take his clothes before Giselle, instead of rushing to pick your underwear here, your socks is there, your pants are there, your shirt is there, to avoid all that. That was rule number 2. Rule number 3, they lived near a school. It was like a few 5 blocks away from their house. You have to park your car at least at the school so that the neighbors will not see you coming and tomorrow ask Giselle, how come you had a visitor that late? Rule number 3 or number 4, you had to leave your phone inside your car. Instead, in case it rings or you're called or vibration, not to wake up his wife. Rule number 5, you had to warm your hands. Immediately you remove your clothes after finishing, you have to go wash your hands with warm water so that you don't catch her with cold hands and change the body temperature and she wakes up in the middle of the act. Those are the rules. You can imagine. He was a very, very considerate man to give rules to the men. Anyway, so these drugs, they used to make her lose hair, lose weight. She used to always zone out, always be in she'll just zone out. You'll be talking to her, she'll start talking of other things. So her children thought it was dementia. Now, this story is go and Google, check it on YouTube. It's there. The case will be heard in December. The trial is in December this year, 2024. So go and check it out. Be careful of who you marry. Because the guy had even said, Dominic himself had said he had dragged his wife and essayed her so many times. The wife was oblivious of what was happening. Men, if you fear men, fear men. If you don't fear